Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's something a little bit different. We're going to talk about grills. All right, so quick bit of backstory. I have had this Ducane Grill for the past 10 years or so. It has served me very well. I've never had a grill that's lasted this long, to be honest. I bought it 10 years ago or so, maybe a little bit longer by now, but it's been at least a decade, right? So before I bought the Ducane, I never had a ton of money. I would just buy the cheapest grills I could find or old hand-me-downs, or I'd even pick them up off the side of the road and fix them up or something. And they were always like the ones where you'd open the lid and the whole thing would rock and shake and stuff. So I decided 10 years ago I need a good grill. Everybody told me, oh, if you want a good grill, go buy a Weber, right? So I went to the store, looked at the Webers and said, nope, can't afford that. So what do I do now? Somebody clued me into Ducane grills. I don't know if they still make them. I looked recently at the stores. I didn't see them at like the big box stores. They might still make them somewhere else, or maybe I just didn't look hard enough. But I bought this Ducane, and somebody at the time, I don't know if it was the guy at the store or whatever, but told me that Weber makes the Ducane line and that it's still kind of the same quality but for a cheaper price. So I bought it at the time. I got the big 4-burner grill with the little side burner and all that stuff, stainless little tables and the black lid and all that fun stuff, little cabinet. It has served me well for 10 years. It's been a great grill. The problem is 10 years later, I've replaced the heat shields over the burners like 3-4 times. But this year I opened it up. I went to go cook on it once, shook it a little bit while I was scraping off the grill with the brush, and all the heat shields just disintegrated, right? So I said, oh, I'll buy new heat shields. So I looked down in the grill and the whole bottom has completely rusted out as well. I can see parts of the tank, of the propane tank underneath in some spots. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to get a new grill. So I go to the store and I'm like, you know what, this time I'm going to get a Weber. I just want to see, is there a difference? Does this last as long as the Ducane? Can I get 10 more years out of this grill? I don't know. So I did buy a Weber. It's the Spirit series. It's not their super high-end model. It's not their cheapest model either. It's kind of mid-road. But what I didn't do was get a big 4-burner grill with the side burner and all the fancy stuff again. I noticed with the 4-burner grill, I was always just using one half of it. I was always just using 2 burners. So I went to the store, like, I'm going to go buy just a 2-burner grill this time. I looked at it and said, nope, it just feels too small, right? So what I'm going to do, I went kind of middle of the road. I found a 3-burner grill. So it's basically 3 burners. You can kind of control 3 different heat zones or whatever. And that's about it. It's black. It's got some stainless steel fold down tables, but I didn't do the side burner or anything. I never used it. I tried to use it once or twice. It couldn't boil water or anything, like cook corn on the cob or anything in. So I just said, you know what? I don't use it. Don't need it. Rather just have the table space. So we're going to unbox this today. I'm not going to unbox it and go through all the parts and stuff. What I'm basically going to do is I'm going to build it, put it together. I'll show it to you guys. Like I said, a little bit of different content, but than usual, but figured maybe you're out shopping for a grill or something. It is getting into grilling season here for sure. So maybe you're looking for one. Maybe this one is what you're looking for. So let's get it built and we'll go through it. So this is the grill completely put together. It was super easy to build, took about 40 minutes, and I mainly just used a number 2 Phillips screwdriver and an 11 millimeter wrench, box end wrench. You probably use a socket, but probably 1/4 inch drive in the upper top of these shelves where the nuts go on. It's a little tight in there, so probably a box end wrench or open end wrench would be your best friend there. So some of the cool things about this, obviously the black enamel, cast iron sides, or cast aluminum sides, sorry, and stainless steel handle. The traditional Weber branding, you've still got your thermostat on the outside. Pretty cool. Off to the side here, they do give you 2 little hooks to hang utensils and stuff off. 3 big knobs for each burner, so 3 burners, and it does have an electric ignition, which I thought was kind of cool. So on the inside, you've got these cast iron grates. This is really cool. It's better than this like old traditional style that's just like the metal, chrome metal that you brush off. I like the cast iron because you can season this. You can put it in your oven if you want to and season it, but in the grill is probably just fine. Just after it comes pre-seasoned, but after every use, just take a little bit of oil and on a brush or something and just brush some oil on it, and that'll keep it seasoned so it doesn't rust for the next time you use it, and it'll keep it so that it becomes almost like a non-stick surface. So if we do remove the grate, you can see inside there are 5 of these stainless steel heat shields. There are 3 burners, but they do have 1 in between each burner. I don't know if that's meant to spread some heat out so that it doesn't radiate up and just have that. Maybe it's to spread heat, or maybe it's just for a 5 burner grill. Maybe this box is the same box used for a 5 burner. Not sure, but I'm interested to see how that works. I'm used to just having 1 heat shield per burner, but we'll see if that does a better job at dispersing the heat evenly with 5 of them. Not sure. It does have a warming rack on the top that's removable. It's just held on by a little bit of tension. If you do want to remove it, you can. Let's go down below. So down below, your propane tank is hidden by this door. It's a really good, strong magnetic closure. My other one had magnets as well in the Ducane, but they weren't that strong, and they wound up, every time you'd move it or the wind would blow, the doors would wind up coming open. This is held pretty solid. You've got to give it a good pull to get it open. So on the inside, there's some cool features. They do give you the traditional dripping pan with the foil liners, so you can just buy new foil liners and replace that and keep everything nice and clean. But what I thought was really cool in this grill too is they do offer the drip tray where everything drips down to the drip pan. It slides out and you can clean it, remove it and clean it and put it back in. I thought that was really cool. And that just slides back into place. They do give you your traditional propane hose with regulator on there to connect it, but they also give you, if you see off here to the side, there's a thing where you could hook to the handle of your propane tank, and it will actually weigh it and let you know how much fuel is left in there, so you don't have to rely on those gauges that base off pressure. You can base this off of the weight of the tank. Thought that was pretty cool. Down here I thought was really cool too. My old one, the igniter switch up at the top, up in the top there, used to have the battery inside of it. And it was real close to the grill box. So it eventually ended up just melting itself and the igniter didn't work anymore. This one, the button is up at the top, but they've moved all of the battery pack and the unit to down below inside the grill. Keeps it out of the elements, keeps it away from the heat a little bit, and protects it. So I thought that was cool. Underneath at the bottom, it does have plastic caster wheels. 2 of them lock, 2 of them are just rolling. So if you do want to lock it in place, it does have that option. But it does, even when they're unlocked, it does tend to roll fairly easy. So that's pretty cool. So if you are wondering what kind of tools you need to build this grill, I built the entire thing with a number 2 Phillips screwdriver and 1 11 millimeter socket, wrench, whatever you got. You could probably get a socket wrench in there, but it probably have to be like 1/4 inch drive because there is some tight spots to get in there. So I'd suggest a box end wrench. And that was it. Everything went together with just super easy and just, you know, hand tools. So that's it for today. If you do like this type of content, subscribe down below, give me a thumbs up, comment. You know, have you used Weber grills before? This, like I said, this is my first Weber. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I do have a neighbor next door who is just so old, and he has a Weber grill, and he has been cooking on that thing since I moved in here, I think, probably beforehand, and the thing looks amazing. So, you know, I've heard good things. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one.